matter or to educate the masses. And it is exhausting to have to carry that responsibility, or feel to be told that that's your responsibility, even if they don't say it directly. It's indirectly expressed. So I just wanted to clarify there and say that in addition to engaging conversation with me and other people, I've seen him, and he's done his own work as well of continuously processing and reading on the topic. And there's a lot of books out there, articles, things you can read, or other people's experiences you can watch online on YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
And even thanks for saying that, babe. But also I wanted to thank you for your persistence in this and just not giving up on me, because there's been times where like opinions I've had in the past, or even things I say now, like I'm not perfect. Betty and I are two different people. We're not going to agree on everything all the time. Mm-hmm. So even now, when there might be blind spots or things that I'm wrong about, thank you for leaning in and not giving up on me. So yeah, I say thank you. And I also want to say sorry for those times as well. And yeah, I just want to apologize.
Thank you. And I think with that too, I want to say that, we all have multiple identities. I identify as a Black woman. I am also Ethiopian. I'm also a Christian woman. And there's a lot other things I identify with. I'm educated. I'm a writer. There's a lot to our identity, and I will say, as someone who is Ethiopian, who lived a decade in Ethiopia. I was born in Ethiopia and moved here when I was 10 or 11. And since then, for 16 years, I've existed in the U.S. And this is where I call home for the past almost 2 decades of my life. And so with that said, I've had to educate myself on these issues as well as you might have to, because growing up in Ethiopia, when people look around, people look the same as you, and race is not as, at least to me, what race was not as salient, I guess. You're Ethiopian, and if anything, I saw, and I still see, division within tribes within Ethiopia. We look the same, we may speak a different language, we might live in different parts of Ethiopia, but even in that, I've seen division, I've seen hate. And so that's something that's always broken my heart, and I think at the root of it all is hate, and that's what we're seeing right now, and our inability to come to the table and have a constructive and civil discourse without screaming and yelling at each other. Yes, we'll have different background. Yes, we have different viewpoints. As much as that he feels like he has blind spots, I will confess I have blind spots as well. And there's prejudice I hold. I definitely stereotype Tyler. For the first time I saw him, yes, there's certain things I acknowledge about him. I thought he was cute the first time I saw him, but mostly, even before we became really good friends, I saw him as a white boy who's probably fratty, or a jock. That's how I labeled him. He's from Central Pennsylvania. There won't be anything that we have in common besides Jesus. And that was a defense mechanism. Me as a Black person in a predominantly white institution, I'm an inner city kid, and I see this white boy from Central Pennsylvania who likes sports and who looks a certain way, who looks like the cookie cutter white kid from at a university. I put him into that category. It's not to say they're bad. I have friends now, and I've had to broaden my perspective during my time, just as much as he's been able to see my experience, my reality as a Black person, as an Ethiopian, or as a woman, or whatever. And so I want to acknowledge that there is prejudice sometimes on both sides. We all need to learn and to grow, but most importantly, love is important, and we need to learn to love each other and be open-minded and to seek reconciliation. And I will say, in our marriage, even before me and Tyler started dating, I just felt
በጣም ደስ የሚልና የሚያስተምር ነገር ስለሆነ ፖስት ያረኩት ለዛ ነው። የምትመለከቱ ሰዎች ባካችሁ ፕሊዝ ሼር አድርጉት። ታንክ ዩ